mentioned
what
taking
consequences are we looking at now?
Let me make reference to the sugary drinks that he referred to. If you think about the consequences on your health, or if somebody analyzed the consequences for you, and you actually see the damage you're doing to yourself, I think it will be easier for you to stick to the resolution of not taking sugary drinks.
Then there are still consequences. But because we now,
when I say there are no consequences anymore, I mean that on the part of the person who is making the resolution, he is not thinking more of the consequences or benefits. If we thought more about it, we would stick with them.
That's why I said it doesn't mean they don't exist. Deep thinking for you to even to make up, to even make a resolution.
Some people have been disappointed over time. It's like, oh, I did it last year, it didn't work. I did it the other year, it didn't work. I did it this year, it didn't work.
So you get halfway and then
yes. So I just gave examples of why it doesn't work. If you make a resolution outside of a bigger plan, forget
character.
Character.
It's a matter of character. Like I was telling you, when you are making a resolution, you mention something like consequences and values. Before you can change from a standing point that you have been existing upon before, and you look at it that I've never gained anything, why should my life be like this? Okay, what are the things responsible for this present situation in my life?
Or the stagnation.
And I say, okay, oh, this is what has caused it. All right, from next year, from January 1st, I will not go into that. That one is running away from a punishment and looking for an escape route to benefit. So it means that without any positive thinking towards a gain, there is no need for resolution. If let's assume now, Fashola says that there are no fourth term or no second term. It can be a governor for any time. You see Governor Fashola saying that, oh, I spent 8 years. I think I'm tired of this governorship. Let me go and become a cat pusher at my 12th next year. Can he say that? He will never say that. He wants to become a president next year. So his resolution will be to personal advancement, to move up and to move. So resolution is tilted towards positive gain. If there are no positive gain, there are no need for resolution.
Are you in support of that?
I'm supporting that.
Or, you know, and he actually said people are not crazy about it anymore.
The reason why, my own
fact
of people not being crazy about resolution is because, like he said, people don't see means or reason. Or it's like, it's my life. You understand? So if I decide to like take my health very important, and I see the reason for me after listening to a medical practitioner who is coming out to give me reasons why I need to take a pelvic cancer test, you know, every 6 months or every 3 months or every year, the way I'm supposed to take it, or a breast cancer test, then I will, excuse me, I will make sure, you know, all those things are being done at the appropriate and at adequate time. I will not want to lose it because my life is very important to me. And I enjoy being alive. I enjoy being active and being free from anything that might want to hold me captive, from not being who I want to be. Now, someone who has been found guilty of, who have been found who has a cancer, maybe a lump, and you have children, maybe 2 lovely girls or a boy and a girl that you see, and you see the replica of you in them. They're still very young, and you want them to like, my mommy, my mommy, my mommy.
You want to be there for them.
Excuse me, you want to be there for them. The reason is because they love you, you love them, you love the way you see them. You will not want any other person to take your place. So definitely when the doctor should tell you that you have an appointment at so date, you even be the one to remind your doctor and say, please, am I still coming on so date?
For the appointment.
That's part of the resolution. It is not until when something bad happens to us, we need to take precaution, and that's why we need to have resolution in our plans for life. Every day, the Adijoke you see today, or the Olori you see today, is not going to be the Olori last year. It's not going to be the same Olori you see this year. You understand? So the resolution must be there for people to know that there is a great change in your life. There's something that's been added from the old you, like he said, to a new you, yearning for something better greater, not something that you will run after and that will cut your life short, but something that people will see and be impressed and say, no, this is a different Wunmi that I've seen.
So what's your New Year resolution?
My own New Year resolution? Oh God.
How do you say?
People will no more popular.
They will not, you know, I did that on purpose because people will not readily tell you, okay, this is what you have to, you still have, the first news is like, okay, oh God, like she said. It's like, just going over it. Okay, but you're still, she's still going to tell us. I want to reduce
my sugar content like he said.
Okay. So it's by my resolution of 1985.
And I want to resume back to my physical exercise.
Okay.
Like I never did it last year the way I am supposed to do it. So now I want to go down a little bit. I want to have a trimmer olori. I want to be able to go back for my swimming lessons, go back to my normal trekking in the morning, and cut down my sugar limit because I was able to speak to a nutritionist who were like, see, the sugar content you take till when you are 50 or 40 will come back and haunt you when you're about 65, 70. So I want to reduce my sugar content. That is because my health is very important. Because when I'm alive, when I'm healthy, that's the only time I can project forward. And my work, determines my physical look. So I want to work on that. And that's one of my New Year resolutions that I can tell you now.
And let me
okay,
let me just chip in something.
You will chip in something.
Yeah.
You will. All right, the program is still Daytime Talk, and we are still taking a look at New Year resolution. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, this discussion will continue. Don't go away. All right, you're welcome back. The program is still Daytime Talk. We are still taking a look at New Year resolutions. Well, earlier on in the day, we went out to the streets of Lagos to speak to Lagosians because this is what we usually do every year, and you'll be amazed at what Lagosians have to say regarding their New Year resolutions. This is what we gathered.
Our New Year resolution is about, change in our country, our nations, because there have been so much bloodshed, so much problem. So I'm looking forward to having a peaceful country, a peaceful nation where we live together in love. Doesn't irrespective of religion that we belong, we live together as one Nigerians, and love one another and work for progress of our nation. That's my New Year resolutions. So I'm looking for peaceful 2015.
I want to climb very high spiritually. I know once that is achieved, everything else will fall into place. And I pray the Lord will give me the grace to do that. Amen.
The first thing, I want to move closer to God in the new year. And those things I've been doing that I know they are not okay, I want to change my ways.
I've made up my mind, successful and prosperity.
To work on some things I could not meet up with this year, like educational aspects, and also like, let me say, making money too.
It's making it in life, because this one was just too stressed. But I pray by next one to build my music career and school.
Wow, interesting comments from Lagosians on the streets of Lagos. Now, before we continue with our discussion, I did tell you that in the course of the program that broadcaster and blogger Kende Rhoda would be joining us, and she's right here in the studio with us. Happy New Year to you, Kenny.
Same to you, Wunmi, and same to you, sir.
All right. Now, you said you wanted to chip in something.
Yes.
When Olori was talking about her New Year resolution.
Yes. I just want us to know that New Year resolution is very, very, it used to be very, very important. But today, even if we have our children,
used to be very important.
Very, very important. All I mean by that is that most
and it's still important anyway.
I said the urge is no more attached to it. The drive. There's no much drive towards it. One, churches today, that 31st, churches are taking over. Churches are taking over the events of that night. So there are many people that are driving towards that side. And again, when you look at New Year resolution is always taken against some social vices in those days. Some are just womanizers. They call me here, I won't womanize again. Some are drunkards. So when we are talking about this New Year resolution, let us allow our children. There are many people today, they are no more drunkards because of the fact that they took that step to become a changed person. Yes, a whole step. And some today, they are educated because they said, all my friends, they've gone to secondary school, they go to university. Next year, I make sure that I must get admission. So these are the kind of resolutions we used to take in those days. But today, some of our children, they are no more in that picture. Because we didn't train them with that, or because they didn't
that trend
is fading. It's fading. It used to be attached with emotion.
Good. So, Kenny, you've been listening to the discussion, and at this point, well, how true is what Mr. Ogundana is saying?
Want to say, let me pick from
is that we are not serious about it anymore?
It depends. Let me pick from the children aspect. While we were growing up, my grandparents used to call us 1st of January, when other people are outside shooting fireworks from church. They say, okay, all of you line up. This year, new resolution, no partying, no short dresses, no trouser, no this, no that. And we're always ready for that. That means we're ruling our life for us. They were telling us what to do. And that's, in fact, I was still with my grandma on the 30th, and I'm like, Mommy, no New Year resolution. I said, that time when I used to tell you people, you used to think that we're very wicked, we are too strict and all that. Didn't it put you guys online? It did. Because
so that's buttressing his point now.
To me, New Year resolution is supposed to be like your weekend to your weekday. From Friday, you know, okay, everybody's going to be relaxed. Saturday, you want to do your laundry. Sunday, you want to tidy up for Monday. You want to turn a new leaf. What you left on Thursday, Friday afternoon, you really want to sit down on Saturday. Okay, loosen up a bit. Sunday, you want to be alert for Monday, thinking, okay, maybe if I had done it this way on Friday, it would have been better for me and all that. He was talking about sugary things. Of course, we all know sugary things is bad. But when I was growing up, my grandma used to tell us something. If you don't take sugar, you feel dizzy. If he works for Coca-Cola company, will he be here talking about sugar? No, because I've been listening to him, I was just laughing like...
He has apologized.
You know. No, it's not even only Coca-Cola. If you work for Guinness, will you be here talking about, don't drink sugar thing? All you say is, those kind of things that we take. You know, there are ways you go about it, not
he's looking at it health-wise.
You know,
health-wise, and he has apologized.
No, it's not even that. I'm not attacking him. But what I'm saying is, some people need sugar in their system. Do you know that? Because some people are born with dizziness. Some people are born very soft, so they need sugar. So it's not about only you saying this that I did in the past, I won't do it. You will. But let me say you have to do 50-50.
That's what worked for him. What's your New Year resolution?
My New Year resolution is to, let me say, I wish. Because he was talking about on the 31st that all that we want in January 1st, another year, we'll be praying towards it, which is the fact. But I want to ask, every 1st of another year, does anything change? Because we're still going back to the same old office. There is no job, so don't... You cannot say 1st of January, I'm going to write another letter to another company, no? You're still staying in the same old house, except okay, maybe 31st, you found money or bag on the floor, you're changing your house January 1st. The same thing, we're still going back to the same old thing. All I feel is...
I can still do things differently.
Wunmi, how? Do you want me to change the whole of my wardrobe because I want to change from wearing pink to orange or red?
Maybe if you come late to the office, you could start coming early. How about that?
Wunmi,
you know, it's still part of it.
Yeah,
oh, my home, I want you to be neater.
That means you're going to change your ways of life. If you leave the office by 12 midnight, you sleep for 3 hours, you wake up for 4 o'clock, you're on the way in the Ikorodu Road from Ikorodu, let me say from Ikorodu, you're laughing. Then when you get to the office...
It comes from Ikorodu, actually.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's why he's laughing.
And so, the traffic and everything, Wunmi, does it change anything? New Year resolution is just
so you are
lead
one
the
of
way
those not really crazy about New Year resolution.
I am, but I'm just saying that this is the same old thing we are reshuffling. But wish, if you say I should wish for something, of course I will. But for New Year resolution, I mean, it's just the same old thing. I have a pink phone last year. I'm still holding my pink phone.
You really didn't see anything different?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
Now, I can see for like looking at you with keen interest.
He said that he has written to books.
Wait, hold on. I'm sure you have something to say regarding what Kenny has been saying.
Now,
of course, you still tell us your New Year resolution too.
I'll summarize it with what I call the feeling. I'll summarize it with what I call the feeling of helplessness.
Feeling of helplessness.
Because
why?
Once you think that I can't help it, then you can't help it. You can't change anything. And once you feel that the things on the outside must change, and then you can adapt, or things will then become better for you, then you're going to take the longer path to something that's probably even impossible. The way I work, I don't expect things to change on the outside before things can change for me. I know that I can change on the inside first, and my environment can conform. So even if there was no job, I can actually say this year nothing is changing it. I'm getting that job this year.
Yeah.
Even if there were no business. For instance, I'll tell you one of the things I've already done this morning. I anchor events as a master of ceremony. I reviewed how many events I did last year. Quite a number of them were even pro bonos. And I was telling myself, I said, can you imagine, I even did too many pro bonos. So what am I going to do differently this year? You know, it's something that you can control. The moment you have that feeling of helplessness, then you will not get anything out of it. Our mind works a lot with these things. Now, that doesn't mean that